All right, I'm going to talk through Try It 4.11 here from PreCalculus OpenStax, even though there's not a whole lot to it other than kind of knowing the formula. And the formula, actually, I'm going to write what your book does not say the formula is. The formula I use is very similar to what your book uses. It's just I prefer to call this P of t instead of A of t to keep it consistent with the formula we saw earlier in this chapter. But whatever, you get a formula that looks something like this, where this is the amount you have at the end at time t, and this is the amount you start out with. And so all I got to do is take all these numbers and plug them into the right spot. So a person invests 100K, must be nice, at a rate of 12% per year, compounded continuously. That tells me I use this formula right here. That's important. What will the value of the investment be in 30 years? In other words, t equals 30. So all I got to do is go plug in stuff in. P is 100K. E is E. E is a number. 2.7 something. Just leave it as an E. R is 0.12. And T is 30. 0.12 times 30 is 0.12 times 3 is 0.36. And then times 10 is 3.6. So I'll get to here. And just to kind of finish this one up, I could show you how to plug that into a calculator. 100,000 and then times E raised up to the 3.6. So I just use this key here, the e to the x key. So second and then natural log. And then you don't even have to close the parentheses. You can if you want. Hit enter and you get this number, 3. I always do that. Move this thing over here. 3,659,823.44. We can do a little reasonableness check here if you want, especially if you've worked out problems earlier in this chapter. Earlier on, we did this exact same problem, except it was compounded weekly instead of continuously. And we ended up with some huge number. We should have ended up with a number very similar to this, but slightly less. So you can go back and look if you want. We got 3.6 million, very close to this, but slightly differently, because more compounding is in your favor, and continuous is more often than weekly.